gentlemen, welcome to Anabolic Chopped. Today we have two contestants fighting for the crown, desperately fighting for the crown. Let's meet them right now.
I'm Nick from Chicago, also known as the Cream King.
My name is Ethan. I am from New York. Drink a gallon of water a day, no exceptions to that rule.
I have personally hand-selected 5 ingredients which the contestants do not know anything about. They are required to use every single ingredient or they will be chopped. Each dish will be harshly judged based on the following criteria: its flavor, presentation, creativity, and macros. The calories can't exceed 500 and the protein must be a minimum of 40 grams. The dishes will be judged by myself, Jason Alexander, and Mama Swole. We will determine who is the true champion of the Anabolic Chopped kitchen. The loser will have to endure a harsh punishment which will be announced towards the end of the challenge. Let's get started. First ingredient, marbled chocolate brioche.
I have my eyes closed.
Alright, I'll close mine too.
Marbled
Brioche. What the f, dude? We have the f***ing Addams Family hand coming up on the table, fucking introducing the ingredients.
Next ingredient, low-calorie butterscotch chocolate chips. I better make this good or you're gonna get chopped.
3 hours later.
Next ingredient, egg whites. Next ingredient, breadcrumbs.
I love how we're supposed to do an entree and now we're doing a fucking dessert.
Listen, you said sweet or savory. Final ingredient, Velveeta shreds.
Velveeta and chocolate chips.
Yep.
You're such an asshole.
Gentlemen, you have 5 ingredients, 30 minutes. Make something happen. Nick is nervous.
I need a fucking minute to think. Speaking of thinking, have you been thinking about getting nasty pumps at the gym? Or maybe you've been thinking about getting fully stimulated during your lift. If so, use code E4CM for 10% off all your Gorilla Mode pre-workout needs. Back to Chopped.
Don't think you won't get nowhere with these ingredients. Just lose hope and get demoralized.
Yes, that is the spirit.
29 minutes remaining.
Oh no, we're running out of time.
Hey, at least it's good, Nick. I could have made something that tastes bad and it's high calorie. Like something.
You can see the sense of urgency coursing through Nick's veins.
He looks left and right. I wonder if this is what it's like on the show.
I don't think they sit still for a minute, but it's like...
Nicholas opens the fridge with utter disdain. In order to boost his spirits, he reaches for whatever he can grab onto, really. Just to make sure that he's not feeling complete demoralization, he takes a bite of the brioche in order to introduce carbs to his body, which is then broken down into glucose and fed to his brain. Now let's check in with the team camaraderie.
I hate you, Musket.
You're complaining about the brioche. Brioche is delicious.
Yeah, when you mix it with cheese and breadcrumbs, that's when you're the
fucking forgot there was breadcrumbs. What the hell?
Ever heard of bacon milkshake?
When you do this, I'm gonna fuck you so hard. I cannot wait.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy getting
Who knows what the f*** about to happen? So weird.
Oh, excuse me.
That's the spirit.
Cream King, how we doing over here?
I'm doing all right. I'm literally going off the cuff right now.
All right, what are we thinking?
I'm making some sort of like crumb topping here. Trying to incorporate these goddamn breadcrumbs that Iron Musket gave me.
Ethan Harold struggling with the ball. Look at this schmuck.
What we want, bro? How we doing? I don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing something. That is a fact. I don't like how it does that. Why does it run across the side like that? That is just not what you want. I almost licked that up. That's egg white.
All right, so we're just gonna...
Ethan Harold playing around with seasonings, trying to get the perfect flavor. Trust me, boy, it ain't gonna be easy.
Still sealed.
Those butterscotch morsels taste good, don't they, Nicholas?
The fuck?
I don't got time for this bullshit.
Nick is clearly suffering from an anxiety attack.
You're doing great.
Ethan Harold in the right corner coming in clutch with the sponsorship. Nick clamoring in the back. Pour those lilies, boy, pour those lilies. You're running out of time. You better get nervous. He's about to beat you over the head with a strawberry. You better stir that freaking poop. This episode is sponsored by horse manure. Now notice, Ethan Harold is using a top-notch strategy. Constant movement helps keep the blood flowing in the brain. All the niceties have been placed aside. As you can see, the contestants are no longer smiling. They want the other contestant dead on a stick. It's not about getting chopped. It's not about losing. They want each other dead and legally dead. Nick is laughing only as a cover to make Ethan feel at ease. Ethan is putting his food on the freaking pan. He's, oh my goodness, is he glazing it? I'm not sure if that's called glazing, but it looked like it should be called glazing. Ethan Harold is in complete control of his meat. Hungry Nick, consuming calories so that he can cook better with them. What a genius move. Oh, even more. Why not?
I don't know how the fire alarms are going off right
There's
now.
no smoke right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Anabolic Chopped history, Nick has bashed his head on a cabinet.
Boom!
Thank you, Jason Alexander Kim. You're getting a raise. Probably not, unless you don't skip ads on this video. Look at Nick poking his chicken to make sure it's not alive. As he pours the butterscotch morsels in, he questions, why am I doing this?
Oh my god. Please tell me we have like hot sauce in here or some shit. Money!
Yo, you even got a countdown. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's go. That shit is real. Now I know what they go through.
Hell yeah.
Down to the last fucking second.
Cream King, what do we have today?
Today I have a dessert flatbread of sorts. I pretty much had to wing it because I hate iron musket, and this was super hard to think of, so I didn't want to just do a French toast. That would have been super easy to do, but I had to incorporate the stuff somehow, so I still cooked it in egg whites. However, we have a swerve topping, swerve icing with fresh strawberries and a brown sugar crumb on top. So I'm hoping that everything molds together very well.
What's the macros?
See, I would have to add them up right now, but it was right at 500 and right at 40 grams because I put enough egg whites in to make sure I was breaking that 40 gram threshold. And that's when it started falling apart, and I didn't realize chocolate and bread, it's kind of hard to do that French toast because the chocolate starts melting and they can't really scoop it out.
Cool.
But we made it work.
How confident are you in this dish?
I am, to be very frank, I am about 4.6 out of 10 confident right now. However, it fucking looks beautiful.
It does.
So presentation I think is on point, but I'm hoping when you dig that fork and put it in your mouth, it's just like, good.
Ethan, so what do we have today?
Went with a sweet option and a savory option. Right here, we got both French toast style, cooked that way, folded over. On the right side, we have a savory French toast stuffed. Let's call it a stuffed puff because it's commemorative. And it is breaded with panko crumbs, stuffed with Velveeta cheese, seasoned with pink Himalayan salt, garlic powder, paprika, topped with a glob of cheese, and coated in sriracha. On this side right here, we have another stuffed puff, I guess. And with this one, we got, what did I put in here? With this one, we just basically have folded over. Inside of it, it's stuffed with whey protein as well as the Lily's chocolate chips.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch, Lily's chocolate chips, and chocolate whey protein, and then folded over. On top of it, we have a strawberry garnish, chocolate swerve icing, and confectioner sugar, powdered sugar.
Nice.
Because it's aesthetic. So a sweet option and a savory option for that ass.
Are you confident in your dish?
Hey, that's my
I'm honestly like, I'm feeling a good 8.5 out of 10 in terms of confidence.
Time to bring you back down to earth.
Don't say that, bro. That's not very basic of you.
Was that all the questions?
I didn't
Yeah,
ask
guys,
a
ask
question.
him
Fuck
cues.
you.
Are you sure? I mean, I stole your question. That's okay.
What was your inspiration?
Well, my inspiration was
trying to get
two
through
of the
these,
ingredients were egg whites and bread, so I was like, I kind of got to go along the lines of French toast,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to make French toast, so I made stuffed French toast, and I wanted to kind of accentuate all ends of the palate, every point on the spectrum, savory, sweet, very extreme on both ends, crunchy, soft.
For sure.
That shit slaps. That's like
slaps.
so good actually. Like way better than I expected, for real.
Let me get the cheese on this one, man. The spiciness slapped me in the freaking face, and I wasn't able to taste anything else but the sriracha.
I need a palate cleanser.
Dang, is that roast or? Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, definitely getting the cheese in there. Takes it up at least a notch.
Wow, this is tough.
Damn, that's a bit spicy.
Yeah, I was gonna
This is
say,
tough.
yeah, the sriracha is like,
It's spicy.
it beats the ever-living crap out of you.
They're both stuffed in the middle, so try to get a center bite. There's also that strawberry. Who's gonna claim the straw?
Yeah, I definitely like this one way better. It's like,
I like Nick's.
oh, I haven't even
10
tried
out of
it.
10. Presentation at 10. Creativity at 10. What else was there? Taste?
It's not light enough. Needs to weigh less.
Way less. You gotta get everything in there. Strawberry, crumbs,
cinnamon?
salt.
Well,
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
It tastes like one of those,
This is what I love about this one in particular. The cheese and that brown sugar complement very well.
Yeah.
I think the cheese is a little subtle, but the combination works very well. And then you got a little bit of a glaze on top. Comes in strong. This, on the other hand,
The chocolate.
I'm a big fan of cinnamon, so I can taste the cinnamon, and that hits hard for me. But
What'd you think of the sriracha just for like context?
Yeah, the sriracha was more, I was geared more towards aesthetics with it. I wanted to kind of give it like a garnish of sorts. I might have used a little much, but I'm very extreme on each end of the spectrum. I love very savory, very sweet. I don't have many mediums.
honestly, I think your entire dish could have been this, and it would have done better.
So I only put about 21 grams, so 3/4, just enough so that it's there and it gives like a little saltiness, but not that it's overpowering and you're like, oh, cheese on a sweet ass dish. So I try to like sneak it in there.
so what happens like for this, you're immediately going right into that brown sugar coating, and then you got the strawberry, and like that acidic from the strawberry basically overpowers a lot of that cheese, and you get it on the tail end.
The strawberry, I also wanted to have more like natural sugar, so it comes on strong. You're not tasting as much as like the swerve icing with all of the other stuff that's in there. Because the brown sugar crumb that I try to put in, there's also a lot of like swerve sugar. So I was trying to mask it essentially with like, wow, it's freshness, but it's also a different kind of sweet. And then you also get the brioche as well.
I think I like this one better. This one screws it up. Thing is, I had a cereal that tasted a lot like this when I was a kid, and I didn't like it. So it's kind of like emotional trauma from a child that's affecting me right now.
Really, it's the opposite.
But it tastes good, which is a weird thing. What were you saying?
It's the opposite for me.
Really? Childhood trauma making it taste good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear you guys rating like on creativity for the dish, and then like rating on taste, and then rating on what's the other one?
Okay, cool.
1 to 10 on each category, and then average it out to your overall. I've seen Jason's rating system, so I'm ready for an intricate explanation. Of
My eyes are on Jason right now.
Yeah.
But it does kind of throw it for a loop though, so I'm trying to figure out like how to, like I can compare that to that.
If you had a
This
gun to your
this.
head, which one would you rather order?
I mean, for sure I'd pick this.
You.
Me. I picked this, but if it comes with this, I'm kind of pissed. I like this more than this because this one, I mean, this one right here, Nick's tastes very good, but because of the crumble, I would get sick of it kind of quick. And I know that this texture is something that I could like consume for a little bit. So that could be a good or bad thing, depending on, you know.
For me, this hits home because I love crumb toppings, like the French toast bake, like that. I love that because it's got a good texture, and then you also have the combination of the different flavors that basically like in one bite. This over here, it's very easy on the flavor. Like you get the chocolate and you get the filling. Everything is very consistent in terms of flavor, but I think the overall texture of this kind of wins me over. And also, I can't forget, I love cinnamon, so that really resonates with me. But the texture, I think overall, kind of wraps up the whole package. So here's the thing though, like with this type of dish, like the way that it's built out, I don't think that there's anything that necessarily could be done better unless, you know, like you freaking top. Like,
Unless I keep making
Unless you
it
add more
over and over.
cheese.
yeah, right. And like this right here, I think it's done pretty well, like similarly in the context of like, you've got strawberry sitting on top of it.
I'd give it a 9 on taste. And this one, this is a 2, and this is an 8.
There's certain ingredients that I feel is like a f***ing mortal sin to just combine. Like it just feels dirty. Like even if you could pull it off,
Why do you think I was talking so much shit to Musket the whole time I was cooking?
cheese, breadcrumbs, fucking chocolate chips.
So the category of creativity, I would say this is an 8, this is a 10, because it was so bizarre that me and Jason and Christina were even commenting that it looked like a savory dish, or it looked like steak and salmon and fried rice and an egg, and it was a dessert dish. That's pretty creative. Okay, so this is a 9, that's a 7 on flavor, 10 on presentation, that's a, that's hard, because it's like, it's a 10 in terms of like, oh, you got me a steak fillet and fried rice, but
That's an interesting perspective. Think about.
it's hard, because it's like.
That's really what came to mind. Steak.
No, cap.
Come on, that's hella cap, bro.
I would have thought that was breaded chicken with sriracha and egg yolk on top.
The right one definitely looked savory. It looked like a f***ing, like breaded salmon or like a country fried steak.
Yeah, 10 and a 7.
Nick, presentation 9, taste 10, creativity 7. Ethan, presentation 9, taste 9.5, creativity 8. All right, Mama's Wolf. All 10.
Creativity, pretty good, like a 9. That taste is so good, but I don't like spicy, so I don't know. 9, 5.
And then presentation.
It was pretty, so I'll give it a 10.
All right. The winner of the Anabolic Top Chef, Nick, 9.2.
Okay. Now I need to f***ing try that savory thing because I heard so many text messages. I don't even know what the hell I made, so.
I hate the consistency of this. That is just pure
It's kind of like stuffing, to be honest, like melted stuffing.
Yeah. It's like a spicy mashed potato. That's what this tastes like.
I kind of like it though.
We will be back tomorrow for Ethan and Iron Musket facing each other, and
You just broke something.
I didn't break anything. Look at it. It's fine.
Stop capping, bro.
get to pick the ingredients tomorrow.
Subscribe to my channel, Mama Swool. Subscribe to our channels, Mama Swool, Exercise for Cheat Meals. Are you in there? Jason
Yeah, you're
Ellison,
behind.
Iron Musket.
Musket, yeah.
Don't ask why my shirt's off.
And for Ethan's punishment, I am going to make him a cream. What kind of cream, you ask? A cream including all 5 of the ingredients used here today. But until next time, I will see you in that next one. Deuces.